Hello and welcome to episode 1 of the Footie Junkie podcast. I'm Rohit and I'm an Arsenal fan, and I'm sat here today with my good friend Sukh, who's a Manchester United fan.
Yeah, from London, Manchester, where we're all from.
So we've got another London Mancunian sat here today, supporting the Reds from down south. What would you like to talk about today, Sukh?
We'll start with the title race. Obviously, big games for Liverpool and City. City actually overtook Liverpool on Tuesday night.
Yes, they did.
With a 2-0 victory of Everton. Liverpool dropping points away to West Ham. It's a poor performance, especially after scoring first, conceding straight away.
Yeah.
In the manner they did, I think the set pieces they couldn't handle from West Ham. They had a few clever ones.
I'm quite surprised Liverpool struggled at West Ham. I wasn't expecting West Ham to play as well as they did, and I wasn't expecting Liverpool to play as poor as they did.
I mean, West Ham have been poor this year, but I still think they're tricky. This is one of those tricky sides. You don't want to go away to West Ham.
Yeah, it's strange though, because it feels like Liverpool, they played West Ham at a decent time, because, I mean, Arnautovic was out, wasn't he? Arnautovic didn't play.
Yeah, he was. I think West Ham were missing a few.
Lanzini wasn't there. I mean, Wilshire's out, but he's not really been that influential for them anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure. Winston Reid, was he about? I think he wasn't there either.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Some good players that were missing. I know Liverpool have a couple of injuries.
Yeah, I saw someone complaining on Twitter that they had
I saw that
players
too.
missing, and then you see the West Ham team.
That's the reason I know which West Ham players were missing. Actually, I think I saw that same tweet.
Yeah,
because I didn't notice at the time when I was watching West Ham. It didn't occur to me that they've got players missing. You just watch West Ham and you think that's the caliber of. They've actually got some good players.
They have. Yeah,
surprising, and it's quite weird that they're not doing better than they are. But Liverpool missed an opportunity there. They really sort of shot themselves in the foot by not winning.
Exactly, and now City on top. They're a very hard team to catch.
It feels weird, because it's like Liverpool have been so good this season, and we can see how they're playing well. They're winning matches, and you've got Salah, Mane, Firmino. They're all good players, and you look at City and you think City haven't done as well as they should this season, and they've been a bit poor. De Bruyne has been injured, and they've had a few difficulties here and there, losing matches they probably shouldn't lose, and yet they're top. I know Liverpool have a game in hand, but that just goes to show the quality and that's no sort of that's nothing to sort of discredit what Liverpool have done. It's just saying how good City are, because this is a Manchester City team that aren't doing as well as they can do, as well as they have done in the past. I mean, it's difficult.
It's going to be difficult for Liverpool now, I think. Even though they have a game in hand, I don't know if they can handle the pressure. They're rarely in these situations. They were kept quiet for many years while we had Fergie. And honestly, I hope it stays that way. I can't lie. To see Liverpool winning the league would be an absolute disaster, I think, for everyone. I think everyone collectively is coming together to support Man City.
I would agree with that statement. I think a lot of people don't want to see Liverpool win the league. My main reason for that is some of the Liverpool fans that I know personally. I wouldn't be able to face them, to be completely honest. Yeah. With Man United winning the league, you're kind of used to it, so you just kind of just suck it up. Like, okay, it's just another one. But
I think I would just delete all my social media, to be honest with you. Seeing tweets from annoying Liverpool fans.
Yeah, definitely deactivate. But hopefully the gods are with us. But yeah, look, if Liverpool do win the league, they obviously would deserve to win it. They have come close. They've come close in the last 10 years or so. I mean, this the Gerrard slip season, and then the Macheda season. That's probably what it's best known as.
Absolute legend.
What happened to him?
Legend.
Is he still playing football?
I think so. I honestly don't know where he is now. But
he used to wear a lot of gel.
Yeah. He'll forever be remembered at Manchester United.
He's probably the best Italian to ever play for United. More than De Rossi, isn't it? Have you had any other Italians?
Off the top of my head, I don't think so.
Hold on, what's that right back? Isn't he an Italian? What's his face?
For Darmian?
Is he Italian?
Yeah, but I mean, he's not great, is he? Don't think he's ever scored an important goal for us. But don't also, in terms of the title race, can you rule out Spurs?
No, don't say it. I knew you'd say that.
Can you rule out Spurs?
Yes. You can. You can absolutely rule them out. I mean, if you look at the table, they're 4 or 5 points off, aren't they? At the top, probably. Yeah. Maybe even less.
And you wouldn't think that's a lot, but when it comes to Spurs, I mean,
it's not a lot. But the fact that Liverpool are joint points with Man City, even that feels like, with a game in hand, even that feels like it's not enough. So Spurs being a few points behind City makes it even harder. It's because City will be so hard to catch. On the flip side, I think Liverpool only need to play against you guys at Old Trafford.
Yeah.
And I'm not entirely sure if they've got another big game. I think they've done Arsenal twice.
Have they got Chelsea left to go?
Possibly. I think that might be Chelsea. But that would be good for us as well. I would like Liverpool to win that game. But Man City definitely have a few harder fixtures.
Yeah,
they do. I had the fixture list in front of me, which I don't. But I'm pretty sure they've got a couple of harder games. But I wouldn't sort of doubt that City can win a hard away game.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think they have too much quality.
Do they play United at Old Trafford or at what?
It's at Old Trafford. And I've seen some. I think I've seen it on Twitter that the game might be pushed back depending on cup results towards the end of the season. So it could be a vital time. Liverpool and City have to come to us. And
you guys will need to win those matches yourself to probably secure top 4 or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Interesting. That'd be very interesting.
I think the end of the season is going to look very tasty. Can't wait for that.
Yes, it will. So, if I asked you now, who's going to win the league? Who do you think? Honestly,
Man City.
Is that what your heart tells you?
I think. I mean, I said it at the beginning of the season as well. I said City will win it again, and I haven't changed my mind.
Wow, that's a bit of a risky prediction there, mate.
Oh, I'm kind of hoping for that now.
I'm also hoping for that. I think City will win the league, and if they don't, it will be Liverpool. I don't think Spurs will win the league.
Spurs, bunch of bottle jobs, really, aren't they?
Yeah, and I'm not even just talking with my heart because obviously I wouldn't want them to win it as an Arsenal fan, but I don't think they can. Yeah. I wouldn't think if we were in Spurs' position right now, I'd be a bit more excited and a bit more deluded, but I don't think we'd win it.
But I mean, yes, they might not win it, but does it worry you a little bit that even without Kane and even when Son wasn't there, they still managed to find winners at important times?
Yes, it's worrying. Yeah, it's worrying that they won those matches, but those matches. So who is it? Fulham away, Watford at home, and Newcastle at home.
Yeah,
those are all 3 matches I'd expect them to win anyway, even without Kane.
Right.
Yeah, but it makes it a little bit annoying that without Kane they struggled and they had to find these late winners.
That's it.
Harry Winks at Fulham. Was it Son? Son and someone else turned it. I think, what's his name? The guy who missed those chances that cracked Llorente. He scored, didn't he? He scored the winner against
Watford.
And Son done it against Newcastle. So it's worrying that they're getting these sort of scrappy results, but at the same time, those are still matches I'd expect them to win.
Yeah.
But I'm not. I mean, Spurs are a good team right now. You know, there's no point lying about it. I don't think that they're going to improve massively over the next few years, mainly because Pochettino's not going to hang around. I don't think Harry Kane should hang around. He needs to be at a club winning trophies. Yeah, he's one of the best strikers in the world. He is, and he needs to be winning trophies. He can't spend his career at Spurs. he'll have regrets. You know, he's going to retire with X amount of goals, and it's not going to mean anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he needs to move on. And I think we've already seen in the summer Spurs didn't spend a penny.
No.
This January they haven't spent a penny, and they've had a few injuries and stuff. So you would have thought they would.
Yeah.
So you know that they've got some financial constraints.
That's true. They're relying on Llorente to fill Kane's boots.
Yeah.
And to be fair, he's produced surprisingly. But I don't think he will continue to do that. I don't think he's good enough.
I agree with that statement. So, okay then, to wrap up with the title race, City to win it.
City to win it, yeah.
Liverpool to bottle it.
Yep.
And Spurs to do a Spurs.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So, what do you think about the top four then?
Our top four is an interesting one. It's very tight. I think it'll finish very tight as well. I mean, two big clubs are going to miss out on the top four.
Yeah.
And for me, I mean, obviously, I hope we get into that top four. We've improved massively on form. It looked very bleak during the season while Mourinho was there. I didn't think top four even looked likely. Now, I think...
How good was that decision to sack Mourinho?
Brilliant.
Usually it doesn't work that well.
It doesn't, and obviously bringing in someone who's not that experienced, but you know, he knows what Manchester United's about. He played under Fergie for so many years, so you'd think he'd pick up key points on how to run the club.
Yeah, that's true.
So that new run of form we're in now, I think has given everyone hope and expectation to finish top four.
I'm quite worried about top four this season. Before the season started, I didn't think that we'd have enough to make top four anyway. But as the season went on, our 22 match unbeaten run, and in general, we've been a lot better than I thought we would. So that's credit to Emery, to be honest. I mean, there are weird things that he does, but I think overall he's had a good first season. But I'm quite worried about United. I think United honestly will get top four, and I think you should get top four because your team and your squad is better than Arsenal's anyway. I think Mourinho massively made you guys underperform because no way should you guys have been sixth or whatever for that long. So you're fourth at the moment, and that's kind of in line with the quality of your squad. Yeah, it kind of makes sense. United should probably be higher than that. I mean, you guys finished second last season, right?
Yeah, we did.
So the decline's massive at the moment, and that's all to do with Mourinho.
It is, yeah.
I'm not entirely sure if Solskjaer is the long-term answer. I don't know. This could just be a massive phase he's going through, a nice run. You know, it could all change very quickly. And you've got a few hard games coming up. This is your biggest test, isn't it?
This will be our biggest test, yeah. I mean, he received a lot of doubt because the run of games we had are expected to win.
Yeah. But you know what? The other clubs haven't done it. Exactly. So, I mean, Arsenal haven't won all the matches they should. Chelsea haven't won all the matches they should. I mean, they got spanked 4-0 by Bournemouth.
Exactly.
And that's a match that they should win.
Yeah.
You know?
I think we wouldn't have won those matches under Mourinho anyway. And it's not... And although we're winning now, it's great. But the thing is, we're playing good football, and I think everyone looks very confident.
That's the most important thing, I think, as well.
Yeah, that's Manchester United. You know, the wing backs are high. Ashley Young and Luke Shaw pinning their wingers in their own half.
Yeah, and
that's what we're about. So it's good to see again, for sure.
United are looking good. Quite worried about Arsenal at the moment, as I've mentioned before.
Arsenal they just don't look great, do they? I mean, I was a little bit worried about them because they went on that unbeaten streak, didn't they? But I think now they're getting a bit found out. They can't compete with the bigger clubs in the top six.
We're a strange club because we've still got a lot of quality. I mean, we've got Aubameyang and Lacazette up top, and that's as good a strike pairing any other club in the top four or top six, whatever, has. So when you've got those guys, you're always likely to score goals.
Yeah.
if our defence can sort itself out a little bit, which I don't think it will now, because we've got a few more injuries now, with Bellerin out, and you've got a few, Koscielny's out at the moment, Socrates is out at the moment, Holding's out at the moment, and they're just long-term injuries. So it's a little bit worrying.
Are you surprised that you guys signed Denis Suarez?
And not strangest signing.
Not a defender or centre-back, something.
So, yeah, quite surprised about that. And apparently, so I was listening to David Ornstein, and he's the BBC reporter, and he seems to know. He's got good sources within Arsenal. And according to him, Arsenal weren't really in for a defender all transfer window, which is just the most strangest thing. It's very bizarre. And he mentioned that apparently the only defensive name that was floating about was bringing Callum Chambers back from Fulham on loan.
Yeah.
So I don't know who makes these decisions, because I think it's obvious to anyone who watches football that Arsenal need defenders. Yeah, especially when you've got all those injuries. It doesn't make any sense to not even try to get, even on loan. I know we didn't want to, the club are saying, Emery's come out and publicly said that, we're not going to spend any money. Any signings we make will be a loan signing. I'm still very surprised we didn't go for a defender. Yeah. And to answer your question on Denis Suarez, he was apparently a player that we were looking at before the January transfer window.
Okay.
And he's played under Emery before at Sevilla, and he won the Europa League under him. So Emery rates him. Yeah. And when a manager wants to bring back a player that he's managed before, that usually means that he trusts that player, and that player's done a good job for him. So, and he's coming from Barcelona. He didn't quite cut it at Barcelona, but for a player to get to Barcelona in the first place,
you have to be
decent level. Yeah. So I'm quite confident. But the problem with Suarez, now this is the problem. We've got him on loan, right, with an option to buy, but we've got him on loan, and we need him to do something now. We're already in Feb. We need him to get used to the Premier League, get used to English football straight away. I mean, Lacazette took a year, and he's quite a physically stronger player than Suarez. So even the best players can take a while to adjust to the Premier League.
It's never easy.
It's not easy.
Setting out a new club, new environments. It's not,
especially at a club that's not doing particularly well. Like we're struggling slightly. So he's got a big job, and it felt so strange seeing him come on against Man City, because it just felt like we're throwing him in the deep end. Yeah. And it really annoyed me that he's come on, and it just felt like, what are we doing? Like, is this what's the logic behind this move? It doesn't make any sense. Like, he's just come in. This is his first 15, 20 minutes, whatever it is, in English football, and you're chucking him on while we're losing to Man City.
Yeah, it's not good for his morale, probably.
No, it wouldn't be. It's just bad. It's just strange. But you know what? I don't know if he's matched what his fitness is like at the moment. I didn't watch him at Barcelona, I'll be honest. I don't actually know what sort of player he is. I'm hoping he'll be a good addition. But again, it feels like we've brought a player in a position that we're probably quite not strong in, but it's one of our most stronger areas. Our attack is our strongest area, and I think our midfield is also quite decent. Defense really needed some work done, and we didn't do that. But January's over now, so I think the summer will be big for us. And there is again some talk that we will have money to spend in the summer, but I've heard that for years and years and years. But we are spending money now, not as much as the other clubs, but we do still make signings. I mean, 60 million on Aubameyang, 50 million on Lacazette. So I'm confident that if there is a player out there and the club do find that, he's good, I'm sure they'll go out and get him. We definitely need defenders. So let's see what happens in the summer. But so are you quite confident that United will get top 4?
I think so. I'm much more confident than I was from the beginning of the season. This weekend we go to Fulham. We've had a couple of tricky games at Fulham before, but I think the form that we're in now, there's no excuse. We should be winning.
I think I remember them beating you about 15 years ago, 3-1. Was it 3-1?
Oh.
I remember Boamorte.
I remember. Well, it's a long time ago.
I think. Do we have?
I remember going away to Fulham. They beat us 3-0. That was a bad day, but I just
That
think
might be the game I'm referring to. I remember that.
yeah, and but I think now our morale's up. Our away fans are excellent as well. I think they'll get behind the team, and that will show. I'm pretty confident.
Yeah.
So I don't think I'm too worried about this weekend in terms of our result. But Chelsea have got a tough game, which is good for us.
I was just going to ask you about Chelsea. So they've obviously just won 5-0
Yeah.
against Huddersfield. Higuain's come in.
Yeah.
That could be, I mean, he's already got a couple of goals.
I think Higuain will be successful. He frees up Hazard. I think those two showed against Bournemouth how good they can play together. Huddersfield, sorry. And City's a much bigger test, so I can't see Chelsea beating City. But at the same time, I can't see it being a comfortable afternoon.
And Chelsea are going to be hungry. They need to win. Yeah.
Yeah, they know they have to win.
They have to win. So.
And City know they have to win.
It's going to be a bloody good game. Is that on Sunday?
Massive game.
That must be the 4 o'clock on Sunday.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
that's interesting.
And Arsenal away to Huddersfield. That's can only see one.
We should win.
Yeah.
We should win, but again,
Huddersfield not scoring goals. Simple as that.
Yeah.
So
they're conceding a lot of goals.
Yeah, I think that's a no-brainer.
But our defence is also shit. I think Aubameyang's got a good goal-scoring record against Huddersfield already. I mean, he's only been here for about a year, but I'm pretty sure he banged quite a few goals against them already. So I'm looking forward to that game. It's kind of a nice game to bounce back after losing to Man City. I didn't expect to beat Man City. I didn't even expect to get a draw against Man City.
Yeah.
But I was quite disappointed in that performance in general.
Mm-hmm.
I just can't believe how bad some individual performances were. I mean, it's the same same culprits. So it's your Mustafis, your Lichtsteiners, and them two are your main culprits. Iwobi was at fault for the first goal.
Yeah,
but I think in general he had a good game, and I quite like Iwobi. You know, he's a good young player.
Yeah,
he's got potential, and he works hard. And you can't slate a guy when you know he's working.
Mm-hmm.
He did make a stupid mistake trying to dribble the ball out from the edge of his own box, but you know you learn from that. It is really frustrating. But then Mustafi, the guy's positioning for that goal was just unreal. Have you seen how sort of back he was playing every?
It's actually disgraceful. I think a centre back of that level should not be making those mistakes. You've got to stay in line with your back four. You can't be that deep. There's no way. You're giving City too much room to play with, and if you're having the likes of Sane creeping behind your back four, then you're just asking for trouble.
You know, it wasn't even Sane. I think Sane. I'm pretty sure Sane didn't play against Arsenal.
Yeah, but I mean, like
in general,
the quality.
So we even got let off the hook a little bit because I think if Sane was playing, we would have got absolutely rinsed, especially because everything City were doing was coming down their left-hand side.
Yeah.
Our right-hand side was a shambles. And Lichtsteiner, I don't know, we signed a player with experience and he's brought no experience with him.
He's shown nothing.
And it just goes to show this whole bullshit about, buy an experienced head, do this, do that. That's bollocks, because I think Arsenal's best performer on the night was Guendouzi, the player with the least experience on the pitch.
He was so confident.
He's so confident. He's been like that all season.
Yeah, he did look very, really good because
it is quite scary how comfortable he is at that young age, and he's so clever. The way he shields the ball, wins free kick after free kick, against good midfielders. I mean, your Fernandinho's got good guys, and they're struggling against him. So he's a good prospect, and but he's not experienced, and he had a great game.
Yeah,
Lichtsteiner, we signed him hoping that this guy's won so many medals and trophies at Juve. He's got international experience. He's going to be great, and he honestly has not shown anything.
No,
and maybe it's not his fault. Maybe he's just past it, and it's our fault for signing him. Do you know what I mean? but it's a free signing. But then the wages, I don't know how many wages, what his wages are. Assuming they're quite high.
Yeah.
But
I mean, even if he's not bringing the experience on the pitch, hopefully he's bringing it in the dressing room.
yeah, that's a good point. That's a very good point.
I mean, that's why you do sign these players sometimes, because they can bring stability, and they can, help nurture the young talent.
I think that's a very good point. Hopefully that's the case, though. Hopefully Bellerin's asking him, Ulrich Signer, teach me to defend, rather than just talking to him about other stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Ulrich Signer just has a shower and fucks up home. I'd be quite annoyed if that was the case. Not teaching anyone anything.
Exactly, yeah.
Just keeping all of experience in his pocket. Oh, God. Wonder what that Arsenal dressing room must be like. Because you've got Lacazette and Aubameyang, who just seem to be jokers, and they're so good for team morale. Like, honestly, I follow them on Instagram, and you see, and it looks good. Like, you can imagine the players love them, everyone loves them, and they perform.
Yeah.
And they both put in effort as well. I mean, Lacazette, it's just, I love him. I love him, honestly. Like, I know you shouldn't compare your own players, but I love him more than Aubameyang.
Yeah.
Yeah, Aubameyang's our goal getter, but Lacazette's been so good this season. Like, his performances are top notch, and his work rate is unbelievable. But yeah, I wonder what that dressing room's like, because there's some weirdos in that team. And then, especially after a match like Man City, I can imagine, like, back in the day, if we perform like that, there were some characters, your Vieiras, even like in the whole team, even Henry, whoever.
Would get a hold of certain
would have
players.
just grabbed them and said, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, but I
don't know if anyone does that in the Arsenal team.
No, I can't see it.
I mean, I don't know if you know, but Emery's gone for this 5-captain thing at Arsenal. So we've got multiple captains. So you've got, I think, Cech, Koscielny, Xhaka's one of them. I'm assuming Monreal's one of them, and Ozil's one of them. Now, do you really think Ozil's the sort of guy who's going to grab someone?
No chance.
I mean,
He doesn't even get time on the pitch.
Yeah, and I would like to see him on the pitch, but that's a separate issue.
Yeah, a separate issue.
We could probably have a 20-minute conversation just about Ozil. I don't know what's happening with him. Do you?
Mate, honestly, I wish I knew. I have so much admiration for the player. But unfortunately, he's just not... I guess he's just not going to fit his system. And
he's not an Emery player. Emery doesn't rate him. So
it happens to the best of players.
Yeah, it does. I mean, Pogba. It happened to Pogba this season, didn't it?
Well, pretty much. I mean...
And look what happened once Pogba was given freedom.
He's absolutely killing it.
He's been probably one of the best Premier League performing players since he left. Since Mourinho left, yeah.
There's no doubt about it.
Got told to leave. Did you see him falling?
Who? Oh, Mourinho. Oh, I heard about this.
Oh, you should have seen it. It was brilliant. I think it was like ice hockey game.
Yeah,
he was there, and I think he helped the players with a coin toss or something.
Yeah.
And as he's walking back, he just falls, and it's quite funny.
I need to see that for sure.
Yeah, it's good. He didn't break any bones or anything, which is quite unfortunate. I don't like him.
Oh,
He's a horrible human being. Do you dislike him now, or are you just kind of indifferent?
I mean, I never really disliked him. I think he bought... I don't know, it's hard because I didn't like him at Manchester United at all, to be honest. He's just not a manager that suits the club or the style. And I just didn't enjoy the football. I was actually bored watching us play.
Yeah.
I've never experienced that.
I loved it.
Yeah, of course you would, mate.
For my own selfish reasons, I loved it. Would.
And it was just horrible. It was such a horrible feeling. And now it's like a new breath of fresh air. So I'm just very happy again, to be honest.
Nah, you would be. So in terms of the top four then?
So I'd say, well, top two will stay as it is. Spurs will definitely be there. And unfortunately, Chelsea and Arsenal are going to have to miss out. Because we're not giving that top four away.
I would absolutely love it. Although, we're still in the Europa League. And I would love it if we could win the Europa League. And that's a possibility because Emery's the Europa League specialist.
Yeah.
So that means we'd make the 5th spot, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
No one misses out.
Yeah, no one misses out.
Yeah. There's no rule change or anything, is there? No.
No, I don't think so.
I'm hoping. No. I don't think there is a rule change. I think we'll still have 5 clubs. Okay. I kind of agree that United will probably get top 4, and they probably should get top 4 based on what we're seeing at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Ideally, I hope they don't get top 4, neither does Chelsea, so we could have it. I'd love to be back in the Champions League and miss it.
Yeah.
Completely miss it, and I hate watching football on a Thursday. I think there's better things a person should be doing on a Thursday and not watching a 5:55 p.m. kickoff
against
random club that I've never heard of before.
Carrier Bag or whatever they are.
I think they're in the Champions League, aren't they?
Are they?
I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure Carabag. I'm not sure. They may have had a season in the Champions League. But we're playing against even less known teams than that, which is a bit depressing. But I think there are a few good teams still in the Europa League. Chelsea and Inter Milan are in there. So in the latter stages, it will become an interesting competition.
It will be interesting.
And I'm looking forward to it, to be honest. And that's probably all we've got left to look forward to this season, because even though we're very much still in this top 4 race, and if we beat Huddersfield on at the weekend, and you guys drop points, or Chelsea drop points, which Chelsea should drop points against City, we could go top 4. We could be 4th again. So I'm not going to give up on it.
Yeah,
I still feel that we've got enough to get it, but it will be heavily reliant on you guys dropping points. And I don't feel that you guys will. Hopefully this is just your little honeymoon period and everything's just going great for you at the moment. But you've also had some good wins in there.
Yeah.
Beat Arsenal away in the FA Cup, beat Spurs.
Exactly.
So those are big wins as well. And that's worrying. But hopefully everything just messes up and you guys turn to shit. I think that would be quite good. Is there anything else that you wanted to
we'll just do
touch on?
Quick roundup on the results for the weekend. Who are you going for? Liverpool, Bournemouth.
Liverpool are at home to Bournemouth.
Yeah.
Liverpool win. I think that would be a comfortable win, and they need to react to their West Ham.
Yeah.
What about you?
I'm going same. Liverpool win. I think there's no excuse. Bournemouth are actually
good team.
Yeah, they are a good side. I think they'll give Liverpool some trouble, but I think Liverpool should win that.
Yeah, they should win that.
Burnley, Spurs.
So Spurs are away. So Burnley will probably be winning up until the 88th minute. And then Son and Llorente will score for Spurs to win. Burnley away is not the easiest fixture. I think Tottenham will win though. Son's back. Son's great. He's a good player. What about you?
I think for that one, I don't know. I think I have a little bit of faith in Burnley this weekend.
Yeah.
I think so. I think.
Are you eyeing 3rd place? If you're eyeing 3rd place, that means we could potentially take 4th and Spurs miss out.
That's a possibility. I fully think we could finish 3rd. I really do.
There's no reason for you not to, apart from it's dependent on Spurs dropping. They must be about 6-7 points ahead of you, right?
Yeah, they are. I know they are. But I expect Tottenham to drop more points.
No, it's fair.
So I'll go for a draw on that one.
Okay, cool. So a draw. That's reasonable. Man City vs Chelsea. So City at home.
I'm going City.
Okay, I'll go for a City win as well. I don't think Chelsea will get a draw or a win. I think it will be a lot closer.
Yeah,
it's not going to be an easy win. It might be like a 2-1 or a 1-0.
I mean, Chelsea beat City, didn't they, at the Bridge?
Did they?
I think it was December they beat them.
Wouldn't be surprised. I think that does ring a bell.
But City, I think City at home, and they know they have to win. So for me,
I think from now till the end of the season, I'd have City to win most of the games. Yeah. Liverpool too, but I think City will just win more than Liverpool. So Fulham vs United, I'm going to go for a United win. Fulham aren't the best defensively.
Yeah, I'm going for United win as well.
I think it'll be a comfortable win because you've got your players are playing well. Pogba's on fire. Rashford scoring goals for fun, and then you've got the other guys as well.
Even though we didn't look too comfortable away to Leicester, I think Fulham should be an easier game. I didn't expect Leicester to be that easy, but United win. Hopefully.
Arsenal vs Huddersfield.
Arsenal day. Huddersfield just can't score goals.
I've actually got a good feeling about Huddersfield from Arsenal's perspective, obviously, and I'm hoping we could have like a good cheeky four or five goals.
Probably.
I'm hoping so, and there's no reason that we shouldn't be able to do that because Huddersfield are terrible.
Yeah, they are. They really are.
And I'm hoping Aubameyang and Lacazette can just get a few goals. So I'm probably building myself up. Disappointed, but let's see.
We'll see. Should be a decent weekend of football.
Okay, cool. Anything else that you would like to go through?
No, I think that's all.
Okay, that was a good first chat. So thank you very much, Sukh, for that.
Thank you.
Nice conversation. I do like talking about football. So thank you. And thank you for listening. If anyone is listening. We'll catch you next week. Thank you. Bye.
See ya.